Dam? Hi guys, good evening. Gustavo. Good evening guys. Welcome sa live natin. Bentang. Yan, tulokat tayo. Ha? Hello, Miss Misty. And Nathaniel and Grace. Hello. Huwag tayo ng Batang Quiapo. Episode 566.
Wake up call para sa atin. Ang nangyari ito, Robert. Ano kasi itong pamilyang ito, medyo masyadong kampante. Pumunta tayo sa Siap Church kung saan open target tayo. We hold public events sa mga lugar na wala tayong masyadong security. What for? Para iparamdam sa publiko na are the guerreros.
Bye. Gaya?
Ulit siya nagpalit ng mga tao sa bira. Kailangan mo balasahin mo ng mga tao. Medyo may isip yan. Kasi lagi yun na ang utos ng Pangulo, magsugpo sa droga. Hindi mo sinabi sa akin. Kung narating kami shipment, mas makakabuti sa ating lahat. Huwag mo natin na ilabas agad-agad. Malaki muna tayo. Para di mo nabalitaan, ang kaso mo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer.
Ano, hanap ng Red Horse Beer. Yan, kasama ka pala sa lola ko guys. Nanonood din.
Iwasak sa habol ng bukas.
Alright.
Kapag nasilip na ng kalaban, pareho tayong sasabi dito. Kailangan mailabas ang shipment namin. Kaya kayo lang dyan binabayaran para gawin ang trabaho ninyo.
Hindi mo mabubuhay ka, tao mo alam mo, taba-tabayan,
Pareho
ubuhay.
tayong ginabang dito. Hindi ako sa pasensya ka. Gawin mo na lang inuutos ko. Come on. Your problem is not my problem. That's it. Well, hindi lang seguridad natin ang dapat pagtuunan ng pansin. Remember, malapit lang
Neneng kanya sa kintambang.
at magiging
English. English.
handa na ba kayo sa mga kailangan natin? Yes, Lola. Naasikaso na yun, Ima, for me. Ikaw, Jackie. Baka naman ang papabayaan mo ng kampanya mo habang busy-busy ka pag-dito. Ay, hindi, te. Ready na ako. Nakapagpagawa na ako ng poster. Kababaihan ng Maynila. First nominee, Jackie Perez. Gagamitin mo ang pangalan ng pamilya. Guerrero naman ako. Tingnan mo nga naman. You are user in more ways than one. Doon siya lalo. Oo nga. Tsaka, ano mang use ang pinagsasabi nyo? Eh, ako nga yung may use nyo. Yung pork barrel, yung boto ko sa Kongreso, yung support ako para kay Mayor Miguelito. Yun, no? Yun kung manalo ka. Ayusin mo muna sarili mo dun sa party list na yan. Pero pag nakita namin effective ka bilang congresswoman, susuportahan ka namin sa distrito ng Quiapo. Kaya-kaya mong maging senator ba? You can even go for vice. You know what? I have a better idea. Why don't you run for mayor? Mayor? Pwede ako mag-mayor? Yes, you can, ma. Pwede ako mag-mayor. Umasa ka ba? Tandaan mo sana kung anong klaseng tao ka. Sa ganon, hindi ka masyadong mangarap. Okay? All this political talk for breakfast. My God! Kakaumay!
Tapos kuya.
Anong problema? Ramon Montenegro, Dad. Ship na ng droga. Gusto niyang mailabas kagad. Sa akin niya pinapasikaso. Anong problema doon, pa? Isn't that a deal with that family? Hindi mo naiintindihan ang problema. Droga, pinag-uusapan natin dito. Mahingit kayo ng National Anti-Drug Commission. Kapag pinakalaman natin yan, siguradong tatak
Mahal para sa atin ang nangyayari ito. Ano ang nangyari? Ito na yan. Diba matigas? Sinabi ko na sa inyo, hindi sila dapat magkatiwalaan. Ay, naku, anak. Hindi na ba kayo magkakasal ng gano'n? Palagi kang galit sa kanya. Alam niya naman, grabe pa ba? Pinabayaan nila ako ng matagal sa loob ng bilangguan. Lalo na ng Robertong yan. Anong pagkakaalam ko, ginawa naman niya lahat ang kanyang magagawa. Hindi them. Ha? Mga sinungaling ang mga ginanong yan, Papa. Tama na, tama na. Ako na ang aayusin. Okay? Padre, napatawag ka. Padre, may problema kami sa tauhan. Kaya na nagpalit kayo ng mga tauhan. Baka naman hindi makalusad ng ating mga item. Padre, ano, ako lang bahala. Harap, harap. Ay, salamat yung padre. Pinakausap ko si Ramon kay Roberto. Para po kaya hindi napagpagyan siya tatanang mo. Kaya marami kayong pinagkakaakulan ngayon. Hayaan mo ako, padre. Pagsasabihan ko. Ako, padre. Sana hindi magkaroon ng epekto ito sa ating dalawang angkan. Hindi ko, padre. Alam mo ba, malakas ka sa akin. Salamat naman. Ako na bahala. O sige, compadre. Maraming salamat, ha? Adios. Handa ka na ba? Handa na po. Sige na! Baka nervous to, ah. Is someone making you happy? Exactly.
Sali na!
Oh! 14 minutes.
Kamusta, Berto?
Ako, ayos na. Marami na kami nahanap na matutulungan natin.
Kailangan nyo ba lahat yan? Baka mamaya lukuhin na tayo.
Eh, Mayoy, sabihin nyo sana lahat sila uubra kay Tanggol, ha? Kilala niya lahat ng tao dito.
At tululukoy nila tayo, kung makakabot nila sa atin.
Tanggol, ano na gagawin namin?
Tawagin nyo sila. Baka ninyo. Nakakausapin ni Sunla. Gastong, tawagin si Jimboy. Sabi mo sasabihin ako. Bilangin nyo lahat, oh.
Play manay.
Ate, parang awa mo na. Baka gusto mong bilhin itong kwintas ko para lang sa anak ko. Nasa ospital kasi.
Hindi ako nang labing na ganyan, Siap.
Ay, hindi po totoo po ito. Bigay Kakaibon din tayo. May mga nakita kong incheck sa opnaan. Baka makadiskarte tayo doon.
Siya, kasalanan ko to. Dapat yun ako yung baril kay Maki. Kasi may nangyari ko sa pamilya natin. Una si Kaloy. Tapos ngayon.
Magsasalita tayo na yan. Huwag na yun, ba eh? Patay na si Kalo eh. Huwag na lang ang lakas ko. Wala na akong mapag-uumputan pa. Kaya huwag kang mawawala ng pag-asa pa eh. Kailangan kita. Kailangan ka ni Fatima. Kailangan ka ni Maki. Kailangan ka ng pamilya.
Tama po, Gracia. Kailangan tayo ng mga anak natin.
Tayo. Kaya natin to.
Kawawa naman si Maki. Sino kaya yung mga hayop na yun nag-uumpisa po?
Siyempre, sino pa ba? Ito yung mga walang yung pulis na yun. Nag-uwit na sa mo. Nakakapwisit sila. Inosente si Maki tapos sinakta nila.
Palagay ko kuya, gusto nilang palabasin na may kinalaman si Maki sa pagtaka sa buhay ni Mayor.
Tatanga-tanga si Maki at pasagulero pero mabait na bata yun.
Eh, dapat kasi tinapon niya na yung baril. Para hindi siya napagpintahan, di ba?
Tama na. Huwag na magsisihan. Kasi kailangan na natin may labas si Kuya kasi kung hindi, baka matuluyan pa yun sa loob o baka dalhin sa city jail. Hindi ko nakakayanan na mawalan pa ng isa pang Kuya. Ano, sundan natin? Sundan natin?
Padala, tingin ko si Kwenta Mi.
Tanggol, tawag mo daw ako.
Iboy, pumunta ako sa pwesto namin. Hanapin mo sila na tinday. May ibibigay kang pera sa kanya. Iboy, huwag na huwag mo sasabihin galing sa akin to ah.
Sige, Tanggol. Sigurado makakarating ka ng titik to. Tanggol. Sana tanggapin ni Alip Tigling, no?
Sana nga.
Tanggol, totoo ba yung sinabi ni Berto Tistong? Mamimigay ka daw ng pera. Tutulungan mo daw kami.
Bakit maswerte ang kalendaryo? Bakit? Kasi marami siyang date! Sasabihin nyo ah!
Pera, tutulungan mo daw kami.
Hindi lang po basta pera ang ibibigay sa inyo. Nandito po ako para tulungan kayong lahat. Ang ibibigay ko sa inyo, oportunidad para lahat tayo maging maayos ang buhay.
Maraming salamat at di mo pinakalimutan. Gagaman ka na buhay mo.
Ganito ang mangyayari ha. Mabibigay ko si Tanggol ng 10,000 kada pamilya para po sa pagkain, sa gamot. Pero po sana po yung 5,000 at gusto ni Tanggol ay gagamitin ninyo para makapagsimula po kayo ng negosyo.
Tanggol, ano namang negosyo yung papagawa mo sa amin?
Marami naman po kayong pwedeng gawing negosyo sa halagang 5,000. Pwede po kayong magsimula sa pagtitinda gaya ng mga pangmerienda, gaya ng banana queue, kamote queue, sama na may balot, at kung ano-ano pang paninda na kailangan ng mga tao dito.
Alam nyo, walang imposible sa maliit na halagang yan. Kapag ginusto nyo na maging maayos ang buhay nyo, gagawin nyo ang lahat para kumita ng maayos at papalago ang puhunan na yan. Pinapangako ko sa inyo, kapag kayo nagsumikap
at napalago niyo ang negosyo na binigay namin sa inyo, pupuntahan ko kayo isa-isa. At dodoblihin ko ang puhunan na binigay ko sa inyo para mas lalo pa po natin mapalaki ang mga negosyo nyo. Sama-sama tayo magtutulungan para lahat tayo umayos sa ating buhay. Pero, makinig po ha, pero kapag niloko nyo po kami, papalikan namin kayo, ha? Kaya sana po, tandaan ninyo, wag din po kami lolokohin kasi minsan lang po ang pagkakataon sa buhay
Madam, paborit ka danaw?
na may isang tao
Paborit ka danaw?
na nagpalasakit sa
Okay.
atin para tulungan tayong makapagsimula at magkaroon ng magandang
Ikaburik ka, ha?
Naintindihan po?
Tanggol! Huwag kang mag-alala.
Doon sa may sakit hindi kayo.
Ay gagamitin natin sa tama para sa aming pamilya.
Maraming salamat po. Sana nga po, ang dahil sa perang yan, makatulong ako sa iyo at maging maayos po ang buhay niya. O sige po, maaari na kayo pumila doon. Magpariso po kayo kay Owen at pagkatapos pumila po kayo dito. Para po
Hello, Lola! Kuko ni Martin. Yeah. Kuko ni Martin.
handa na po. Okay na! Someone who's at playlists. Ready to enjoy more Chicken Joy's moments?
Hindi ako nalipit.
Mukhang dito na yung namimigay na kayo to. Mga panang pila. Saka mo pila pero yung tutulungan nila. Ano meron? Sino yung namimigay ng pera? Si Tanggol. Ba't siya namimigay ng pera? Politiko ba siya? Bumibili ba siya ng boto? Ay, hindi. Mabait lang yan. Talaga ko sa amin dati yan. Hindi lang makalimot sa pinanggalingan kaya tumutulong. Kung gusto nyo, bumilaw kayo. Nagbibigay ng ayuda. Ito, 10,000 rin kaya to. Masayag? Yan na. 10,000? Malaki rin yun. Pumila tayo.
Eh, kahit naman pumila tayo, wala pa rin sa kalahati ng kailangan ng pampiyansa. Sasakyan. Sigurado akong pagmamayari niya yung lalaki na namimigay ng pera. At sigurado akong mas madami pang naman yan sa loob. Yun yung titirahin natin. Anong plano mo? Sa kayo na muna yung pumila dito, Lola. Si Tito Tok Tok yung lookout ko. Kami ni Ahani.
Nagpasing. Bigat naman eh. Wait, nanonood din. Pinakpan na tayo may isa.
Nanay na ako.
Punta ako dito para tulungan yung mga kalugar natin.
Oh, bigat na.
You great taste what? Mas creamy, mas makape,
On.
mas pinasarap.
Meron Dan? Meron?
In this video, I'll attempt to spend over $100 on street food here in Dubai.
Hawakan niya
Something
ta?
that should be pretty easy to do in one of the
Hawakan
world's
niya?
most expensive cities, but there's a problem. You see, Dubai is a city of immigrants, meaning that fewer than 10% of the people here are actually native Emirati. If you're looking for Indian food, Pakistani food, Iranian food, that is easy to find. But today, I'll be digging deep to find the real traditional food of the Emirati people, starting with breakfast. Behind me are first location, a humble
Makan.
breakfast eatery known as Al Shandaga restaurant. Not a huge restaurant. It's
Isa kami sa social
that
ko
doesn't
dyan,
matter.
peke.
What they lack in
Plan
seating,
mo.
they make up for with an insanely expansive menu, including traditional Emirati breakfast foods, something they call a donut, though it does not look like any donut I've seen. Let me go inside and we'll take a closer look. As we move into the restaurant, you can see the menu. We're going to be starting with this. Lekemat, also
Dami
known
na
in
dito
Arabic
na.
as lekemat. I know a little bit of Arabic. Good morning, we're about to make breakfast with my guy, Masoud Rana. We got oil going here. Then right here we have the lekemat batter. In a moment, his hands are going to form some perfectly shaped balls. He gives the oil a little bit of a stir. He puts in a little bitty ball into the oil and it begins to fry. This guy is moving quick. Boom, boom, boom. Every 3 seconds another ball. Everybody takes his spoons and he gives each of them a little bit of a flip. This is the perfect way to start the day. After frying, he takes it out, drains the oil, and moves the legemat over to here. Cool. Behind me, Ali is going to be assembling our legemat, starting with a date syrup going on our plate. Then he takes the fried balls and places those on the plate. From here, the date syrup goes on top of everything. Finally, we have sesame seeds sprinkled on top, and that right there is our final dish. And then we can see one more dish being made. Where'd that guy go? Oh, there you are. Here we have a dish known as uragat, and it starts on this hot plate. You put a little water on it. Right here we have the uragat batter. He gets a nice big clump of batter, and he puts it here onto this hot plate. And that he begins to move around, touches them and absolutely stick onto that hot steel. He grabs an egg, and he cracks that on top. He breaks the egg, he moves it around. Now, 2 wedges of laughing cow cheese. They get squished and moved around. What? From here, he takes a bag of chips and he scatters those around the entire pancake. Next, hot sauce. Here we have a Emirati fish sauce. And then, of course, the spatula from Home Depot. This can be used for removing paint, but also for flipping your pancake. You twist it twice, creating a perfect wedge. Oh, right here I'm having my first meal ever in Dubai. Emirati breakfast. Come take a look. This right here, $5. This right here, $2. I want to get started.
Nandagin na po tayo pong bansa.
Any special advice today or just go for
Kasi
it?
tila na sa gitna ko, Pilipinas.
Local food content creator born and raised in Dubai. Today, he'll be my Emirati guide for this Emirati street food.
Cheers. This is really good. You see, perfectly fried balls are insanely crunchy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. The date syrup, oddly enough, reminds me of maple syrup. It has a similar type of sweetness. I love it.
Emirati people make up less than 10% of the population here in the UAE. Meaning
tama
here in
lang.
Dubai, they're a minority in their own city. So I wonder how that affects being able to find Emirati food rather than the more common Indian or Pakistani food.
Hindi bang ito din yan?
Back when we just first went in, our breakfast at home, like each house is different, but you could find more Indian food than Emirati food. So often when I see people showing food videos of Dubai, I'm seeing Indian food and Pakistani food, but I'm not seeing something like this. This is called regatta, the flat pancake, and what it's known for, especially, is what they put inside, which is Emirati fish sauce.
Yeah, this fish
Sa
sauce is
pancake na.
very unique. So it's fermented fish, and they keep it to the sun, dry, and then they smash it. They add some water and salt, and then that's very different than what you try in Asia.
It smells like a heavy amount of spice. It doesn't smell that fishy, actually. I'm gonna mainline this stuff.
They're gonna give you a heart attack, but go for it.
Cheers.
Bugoong.
Wow, it's so spiced that
giving it some umami. I like it. Now we take a bite of this. Yeah, I've got a lot of egg, a ton of cheese, and then you get a little bit of this, which heavy tasted food. I love it. This is our fuel, but we have a lot more to see, a lot more money to spend. Let's go.
All right, folks, we have arrived here at our second location. Behind me. And yes, okay, in this grocery store, there is a childhood snack that every Emirati person knows. I'm gonna go inside to discover which ingredients he's getting. Where'd you go, Kiani?
You find me only in the chip section.
He either said he's going to the chips section or the cheap section. Either way, I'm on board.
This is the snack that brings back memories. Chips and wine.
That's a different country.
We prefer the money chips.
Oman, they know what they're doing when it comes to chips.
Yeah.
But what else are we adding to these chips?
Come with me. The original lettuce. This is one of the OG. And then we have the hot sauce. So these three ingredients combined together is going to bring back your
Laban up.
Yes, my sweet, sweet memories of being a young Emirati boy.
First thing you need to do is you're going to shake it and then you're going to open it. First thing you need to do is you need to smell it.
Like fresh ground coffee. Smells good. It smells like seasoned chips.
The second thing is you need to add this one free chips.
Oh God, I can feel the coldness of the yogurt going into the chip bag. It feels like it shouldn't be happening.
The last ingredient is spicy sauce.
I love that your childhood snack includes chips from Oman and hot sauce from the USA.
Now, to the last step is we need to shake it a little bit.
A little bit of a mix.
It's ready.
What's ready? What happened?
So first thing, you need to bring the yolk.
Oh, okay, I get it. It's like a savory yogurt now.
Exactly.
A little spicy.
Spices comes from the chips of wine and the spicy level from the spice sauce. Just bring it a little bit up until you can have crispy, crunchy chips.
Oh, I'm not sure about the crispy, crunchy part. Why do I love that? The chips are slightly soggy, but they kind of soaked up the flavor of the yogurt. It's like a perfect cake.
Ceria. Jadi kan taga atas.
Gosh dang, if I was in a weird psychotic Mr. Beast video and made to live in this convenience store, I never would have thought of mixing these two items, and I like it very much. The chips, the yogurt, and the whole bottle of hot sauce, which you can eat later on its own if you want to. $2. Not bad, but also not really helping us get to $100. That's why we have a lot of food remaining. Let's move. You come to our next location, right behind me, the Sambusa King. Now, if you didn't know, the word Sambusa is a regional variation of the word samosa, influenced by the Arabic language. So is the samosa in and of itself exciting? No, but here, you're giving it a bit of an upgrade. Let's go inside and find out how. Let's also get out of the sun because I'm going to get skin cancer in 45 seconds. This way to the kitchen. We're not actually ready yet. Let me set up lights here.
1,000 years later.
Right now, I'm literally inside the Sambusa King kitchen. Right here, the Sambusa. This is the king of Sambusa. He has more than one type. First of all of this right here, vegetable Sambusa. Beyond the vegetable, they also have this, a meaty Sambusa. This is full of camel and which one do you like more? Vegetarian or?
The cheese salt, cheese craft, cheese za'atar, cheese with chips so much, and the pizza, prawns, and sambusa.
I think he just said every English food word he knew in a row. Is that what happened? Exactly. So, these are all raw. We gotta throw them in some oil, right? My guy Rashad is coming here with a huge platter and dumping it all at once into this wok. My gosh, that is a hot wok. Meanwhile, he's scooping up even more sambusa. That also gets put into the hot oil.
Daming ganap. Higat ng feeling. Mag-Bear Brands Paradise. Tulog para feel
Kurang ata po itanong na.
matibay.
Nilambas eh.
More?
Yung paitang mga
How about
ratil.
one more? Perfect.
Sangit.
Almost perfect. So these are the veggie sambusa. Meanwhile, we have these right here full of every kind of meat on the planet, apparently. Each sambusa fighting for its place in the oil, like a bunch of Chinese people in a wave pool. Let's see if it's the same. The meat samosas come out of the oil, they get a little bit of a shake, and they head over to their final resting place. And our veggie sambusas, golden and crispy. Right here we have our meat sambusa. What we're going to do soon is turn this into a bigger food. But I do want to try this because I want to see how it tastes. That's really good. Very crunchy. I got green chilies, I got a little bit of cheese, and perhaps some tiny little morsels of minced meat. It's outstanding. I love it. Here's what I just learned from my guy Rashad. Turns out these are all completely different. So, in addition to that they're about to make, it includes all of these different varieties of sambusa. Some are falafel, some are full of meat, and some are just full of cheese. The great saucening begins starting with a white sauce. Right here, a spicy green sauce. Drips and drabs of hot sauce dropping upon the sambusa. A familiar
Hindi pa tulog si Lola.
foods, chips Oman.
Mamaya pa siya matutulog.
Like fine slices of truffle. We have the final product and it looks amazing.
essentially what I would
Wala
call
tuloy
Ang kaya
mo.
or samosa nachos. So white sauce.
Kapit ka nililong ka di ko chay.
Like, oh, cool.
Huh?
Well,
Aji
what
yung
is
bilag
it?
ng mga
King
aba.
sauce. I go,
Ay.
oh, what's in it?
Pakitam?
He said, king sauce. Next. Let's give it a shot.
Ilinong ngorot ka na, baka namabasa.
Pagtugaw.
Namagaan.
Salty and spicy.
Mabasa
I think
pa
the
eh.
king sauce might be the garlic king type
Yun ang
yogurt.
okay lang, ha?
The most fun part of this is that
Agad ang
anytime you
buong
pick up a
nanagamot.
sambusa, you have no idea what's going to be inside. My guy, what is in there?
This one samosa chicken.
Lupo mo, aday pa.
Chicken, goodness. The green sauce,
Siguro
indeed
mga
spicy,
dahil
sour,
buwas ako
fresh,
na.
very salty. Let's try another one. You know what's in that one? Kiani, what is zatar?
Za'atar comes with
Mabasa
roasted
pa,
sesame
aday.
and
Kain
sugar
na ko no.
mixes with
Pinagtitipon
olive oil.
bulong.
Sarap.
Very sour, but the crunch is losing out.
You don't want?
Sauce. Next, I'm trying my last one before we
You
move
don't
on
want?
to the next
Hindi
one.
yan na.
Ilinong ba?
That sounds different. What's that? Kima is a
Kape.
delicious minced beef.
Kape apaw.
It's seasoned, it's juicy, and might be my favorite so far. So those are the sambusa nachos. But my guys, we are in the sambusa kingdom right now, and there's more food to be had here. Let's move on to the next dish.
Sambusa
I'm in the front kitchen now with my guy Mohammed, and he's about to make a dastardly sandwich. Step one, he cuts the hot dog bun in half. He splits it open, and he applies something called puck white cheese. From here, he takes a couple of sambusas and he smushes them against the bread. The Oman chips popping and being sprinkled on top of the sandwich. Now we have that white king sauce making an appearance and the green sauce too. Finally, a hint of some spicy sauce. And that is how you make the sambusa king special sandwich. Oh, we have our final food from the sambusa king. Let's talk about the price. We're almost halfway through our day of eating, and I feel like I'm getting close to $100. Let's find out for sure. The first dish we have, the sambusa nachos, $5.50. With this right here, my guy, $1.50. It is literally a hot dog bun with random ingredients from the kitchen. Let's give it a shot.
Hotdog ko nga kayo, hotdog nga.
That is Middle Eastern comfort food. What do you think? Give it a shot.
It's really good. I feel like I'm a kimba.
Arabo
Whatever
yan.
mac and cheese is to you, that's what this is to folks in this area. We've got the vegetable sambusa inside. So it's got potato, it's full of masala, and it's got tons of different sauces on top. So far today we've had breakfast and a couple of snacky foods, but from here it's only going to get more substantial. And later today we'll be ending with an epic Emirati seafood platter. But next, what is our next thing?
It's also a Marathi restaurant.
But next, something else. Well, we've come to our next location. Behind me, a restaurant known as Haris Al Farij. Now, Haris is a very fascinating food. Actually, I had the similar food when I was in Oman 6 years ago. There, they call it halim. Halim is a unique mixture of wheat, goat, and ghee. It's fat, protein, and carbs beaten and soaked together until it becomes a new, unusual, fascinating texture. That is what we're going to see inside of there. Let's go inside and see what it looks like. This place is awesome. Wait until you see the size of this pot. This is the haris, and here we have the mixer. He inserts it, and he goes wild. Have you ever seen anything like it? Look at the texture of this haris right here. It is so thick and
Kalding ka
you
no?
cannot use an ordinary mixer here. You need something with 230 camel power. Can I try? I am so thin and petite, probably I'll be the one twirling and this will stay in one place. Oh my god, yes! Listen, I like food that requires heavy machinery. This is some big boy food. Now that it is thoroughly mixed up, let's scoop this into a dish and try it out. Alright folks, right here we have the first real substantial meal of the day. We have the halim, or as they call it here, a haris. I'm surprised they give you a plastic spoon because the spoon can hardly handle the goofiness. Not only is it heavy and laden with carbohydrates, they also pour ghee on top. I love when you can mix two different ingredients together, beat the heck out of it, and there's a chemical reaction that happens on a particle subatomic level.
From one version to another, we can become greater. Like the new Great Taste White.
On a particle subatomic level,
Okay, gabi
that creates this. Let's
Okay.
give it a shot. Wow, what? It's like eating a hot Elmer's glue. It's so good though. It's rich. You can taste the protein, but you don't necessarily feel the proteins. It's all become this strange texture. It's confusing that you can actually see individual muscle fibers that are still sticking out. It's something so incredibly unique. I love it.
This is my favorite. This is very similar to my mom.
Okay.
My mom, she made a mean tater tot hot dish, but she made pretty good halim too, to be honest. My mom never made it. So that is dish number one. But for dish number two, let's head into the kitchen now to see how they make it. Right now we're making our second dish known as three. It has two main components. One of them is going to be familiar to you. It's what we had already this morning at our first location. This is the rogat, that crispy dough that was put on a super hot plate. That is going to be the base of this dish. Right here, our second component in the hot pan, we have a chicken and vegetable stew. That is what's going to go on top of these crispy little crackers. He's putting on broth, and all that broth and all those flavors are absolutely soaking into those crackers. The camera guy is moving with precision, hitting the kitchen implements onto the camera. At last, that is our final product. This looks absolutely delicious. Let's go eat. Oh God, we're not done. And cilantro, and lemon, and are we done actually? Let's go eat. And this alone is already pretty tasty. It's the original Oman chip. Finally, the local chips getting a little bit of credit instead of all the immigrant chips coming in, taking all the jobs of the local chips. So here we've got the lemon. I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz. Right here, a nice big piece of chicken. Savory, spiced, tender, heartwarming. It's a nice little stew. But what I really care about is what's beneath that. As you dig down more, these crackers have changed. They've become soggy, and they've absorbed all that liquid from that stew. Wow, that's something new.
Oh, na po yan.
Super saturated in
Nalagyan na ko eh.
It's not
Asian
dense
ba
at
ba?
all.
Hindi.
That's good.
Arabo
Go on,
eh.
try some, my friend.
My favorite too.
No Asian, dati rice na talaga.
Part of my mission
What
today
is that?
is to understand what is Emirati food. For you, what are the main influences of food in the United Arab Emirates?
UAE, it's most country in the world that has influenced by 200 countries. All the dishes like from India, from Lebanon, from all the countries. Basically, our mom, they created their own creativity, so they made more Emirati dishes.
It sounds like you had all these outside influences,
Satan.
and people took what they had around them, plus these influences, and that is what Emirati cuisine was made of.
Yes.
So far in the video, we're not quite to $100, but we still have 2 locations remaining, and the food is only going to get bigger and more substantial from here. So let's keep moving. Let's try to hit that goal. We have come to our next location. Right behind me, it's a little confusing. We are essentially in an industrial part of the city. We're a bit outside of the center of Dubai, but here I'm told there's a community of Emirati people, and in this place that looks like a warehouse, there's a restaurant. This is a restaurant for the real Emirati people. We're gonna go meet the owner now. He's cooked up something special for us to see. Let's go inside and take a look. So this is the dining room, but beyond the dining room is the kitchen. Or something. Okay, what? Aha, a big kitchen in here. This is the owner right here. Hello, sir. Oh, there is something underneath this platter. I'm gonna show you guys before I show
Hello.
myself. Take a look.
Ito naman.
Oh, is it filming it? Oh, there's more stuff. Now we're ready for the big reveal.
No. Sige masay.
Gnarly.
Ito ubit ka.
Is a whole lamb cooked inside a tandoor, a traditional cooking method using a cylindrical clay or metal oven. So basically we have a sheep that's been sectioned up into big chunks and put around this platter. Also on the platter I see chickpeas, I see long grain basmati rice, and then I see this type of plant. It's all over the platter. What is this?
Hatta.
Hatta.
It's local plants and between the mountains and this is growing up. It's for the flavor.
Wala ko kahit tara eh.
Eat it.
Kasi yung kabila kong papangulungan ito lechon mas dito.
Oh yeah, that's why they don't eat it. Actually, I kind of like it.
Yung damit dati di ba damit laurel.
But it has some nice flavor.
Damit tanglad.
All right,
Siya
folks, we have our food here. The only problem is now we're gonna have to
Ajimit
transport
para
these
kanya
fully
sa balim
to the
dati.
dining room. Why are you making it look not heavy? I promised that we were building up to something much more substantial, and here it is. Throughout the day, the goal initially was to spend over $100. I thought that's going to be easy. Dubai, it's an expensive city. But then in our first 4 food locations, I thought food here is pretty affordable. And then this platter happened. The price for everything you see here, $400. But here's the twist. This dish is a special gift from the owner to Kiani and me. Luckily, we have 1 location remaining. So even though I thought we surpassed that $100 goal, we in fact did not. So where do you think we should start?
You can have shoulder. Oh, it's very hard.
Yeah, it's got a whole bone sticking out.
I'm gonna get rid of
Okay,
it.
masay.
That's your leg. My man. We have a whole sheep here, and I believe the
Regalo
sheep
to
is
kanya
not
na.
a sheep rib on
Yeah.
the shoulder. It's
Special gift ka na da.
soft and juicy. You can
Sheep?
see all these seasonings charred to the
Carnero.
outside, and then as you open it up, just pure fatty deliciousness. Let's go for it. That's incredible. The natural flavor really comes through because the
lasag.
spices are very subtle. In
Puro
fact,
lasag.
you're not
Dilog po.
getting that outside layer. You're not getting a ton of flavor aside from
Carnero.
the natural flavor of the lamb. Right, those natural flavors are amazing.
We have here chicken, which is coriander and garlic, and we have tomato with chili paste and with garlic as well. So this is what we need to do. Grab your favorite piece of meat, put it on the rice.
Juicy ah.
Okay, so I got meat and rice. Now I take the sauce. I'm going with the green coriander chutney.
Ba't hindi ka na? Bigao. Bigao.
Lemon?
I gotta say, that's incredible. The meat is like a canvas. It has some flavor. The texture is 10 out of 10 amazing. But when you add in the rice, some of these fried shallots,
Dami na kuy da?
coriander, that's garlicky, a little bit of spice, a little bit of cucumber in there too. It just adds so much flavor. This, I believe, is that.
Ayun, saka pati ulo na.
What's in the box? There's eyeballs. There's a lot of flesh and tissue still attached to it. What part do you like the most?
Hindi Italia.
Oh man, it sucks that it only
Nagbigat
has one eye.
kawatan
This
si
was a pirate
panagpangaldag
lamp, I think.
guys.
Let's take it out. Remove the eyes. Oh yeah. Remove the black part here, and then squeeze the eyeball.
Yeah, yo, we don't want it.
So then we're left with this.
There's still the flavor. Thank you.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's buttery. It's gooey. There's a little bit of musculature on the outside. Whatever controls your eyes to be able to do this, that's what we just say. It was like eating a science experiment. Sadly, our lamb is now blind, but let's see if it wants to speak a final word.
Very loud.
This is really the most intimate part of this
Siguro tayo kalting to.
for its whole life. But
Nagdidila.
now it's gonna be in my mouth. Wait. You peel the skin off. Yeah. You can keep the skin on a potato and still eat that.
That's true. But you know, 5 years old.
That was it. It's very nice. It's like eating a grape. This leathery exterior.
Hindi dinoksan dila na.
Juicy.
Hindi dinoksan, dugyot.
Pate on the inside. You want to try it with the tongue skin on?
Yeah, we'll go for it.
Look at that.
It just kept all the texture inside the meat. That's very good. Yeah. Still, I'd rather to remove the skin.
Yeah, okay. That's what you're used to. I'm a skin on kind of guy. He's a skin out kind of guy. Moving on. We have one more location remaining. A location where we're going to have our biggest platter.
So, ano
yet.
pa manandaan?
Right now, I have 20 pounds of lamb sitting inside my rental car trunk. I should be going to another location, but yet here I am. You see, Dubai is on the ocean, and that ocean is full of seafood. And that seafood makes its way here to this restaurant, where they put it on gigantic platters. They can feed up to 10 people. Let's go inside and see how much their biggest seafood platter costs. Let's find out. All right, folks, we have entered the kitchen, and this is going to be the platter that we're using today for the seafood. But seafood is not quite ready. Right here, we have some giant pieces of fish roasting away in the oven. Beyond the fish, we also have big shrimpies roasting on that flat top in a little bit of a cage. We're about to release them from their prison. Right here, mussels, also bacon.
Ay,
So
mussels.
we're going to assemble all these separate pieces of
Udutin
seafood and bring them
Marisa.
together in one refugee camp for seafood. They can all lock fins and sing Kumbaya as they head down my throat. Right here, we have something very special. That is actually baby shark meat that has been minced and seasoned and mixed with a few other ingredients. So he takes a spoonful of that minced shark and he puts it into this unique shaped pan. Now he puts in some lemon juice, just a capful. Right here, he has a bottle of ghee. He puts in just like measuring cough syrup. And then here we have a masala blend, very flavorful. So he gives it a little bit of a mix. He grabs a lighter gun, brace for impact. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. Look at the mixing. They call him Sir Mix-a-Lot. At this point, you've seen many of the separate seafood elements, but now it's time to actually build the platter, starting with the rice. Long grain basmati rice. Here we have a second type of rice known as andi rice. Right here we have all of the seafood and the rice ready to come together in one delicious platter. It starts with the sea bass. This is called a sea bream. Here a fillet of salmon. Over there he scoops up. Who's that guy? Then he reveals the minced baby shark. Here, mussels. Next up, we've got shrimpies. Now he puts on some fried calamari. This thing is absolutely packed, loaded with seafood. I've never seen anything like it. And that, my friends, is how you make an epic Emirati seafood platter here in Dubai. We have come to our last location, and this is our last meal, coming in at $150. I'm still not sure if I'm going to hit that $100 mark, but we'll find out at the end. Tell me about this platter. Is this a common sight in Dubai?
Tignan mo lang dami ng brata. Tignan mo mata. Madi nga may sa panganan lang.
We have a giant platter. Why is that a part of the way food is eaten here in Dubai?
Ato dami tigita nga mga ke. Api suda lang. Islang ay ko dalang raman dalang. Ayan. Siyempre ang mga dalat namin, siyempre ang damay boss. Kalin to dili na duman.
Smells like butterscotch. Do you think? Oh my God. That's oil too, right? Oil too. As if our food wasn't rich enough today. Thank you. When you look at the food here, what looks the most inviting?
One of the interesting dish for us.
Sa kanila may siya.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the shark.
Ay, napuita na eh.
Grab one beautiful piece of
Pateng.
take a look skin because you're gonna taste
Ipati yan.
Basically, have a fistful of seafood. Please, let's see it, my guy.
Good evening, guys.
Nice shot. Oops. A little bit of sea green. Throw the fish on there.
Welcome to live.
The perfect bite. Let's go for it. I've been careful. I think there's a bone in
Kiwi.
there. That is really nice. This is absolutely loaded with turmeric. It's salty, seasoned. It's a solid meat. And then you mix it with the rice.
Loaded ka na si ba? Loaded ka na si Termore. Sa palibot na pwede di ba yung bansaya? Nagkasintog pagasda. Pagasta na eh.
Mas sulit aja ah.
That's a nice plump, juicy mussel. Very good. My camera guy says he's allergic to seafood. He ate the horse. You remember the horse, guys? Thomas, it's not worse than the horse. Camera guy.
Talo nga mga.
Sa palibot na kasilaw.
I love the honest review. This is covered in delicious masala and seasonings, except for that's a shell. And when you strip it out of the shell, it's like it got caught without its underwear. There's no spice anymore. I gotta rub one of these against one of these. There we go. Smoky, old, not juicy, but still delicious. Now, I'm going to go in the kitchen. We prepared the rice. He said this is mandi rice. What's mandi rice?
So mandi rice comes with a lot of spices and a lot of unique molecular herbs as well. So it has
Nagpukray na po yun eh. Nagpukray na eh.
spices.
Lang ibang kaslat na nagdisungan.
It's actually looking pretty good. Lacking
Mga ikaslat yung
salmon skin along with the salmon itself
Hindi na lang.
and this seasoned mandi rice. That's excellent. The rice is delicious. This when you mix it with the salmon is a bit juicy still. And then obviously tons of Middle Eastern spices, cumin from this rice.
This, whatever you ate,
May salang tipis titas na kayo. Isalong.
more right away.
Sure.
So grab your rice and you're gonna go to sheet. It's just this chili, tomato, and coriander. And you're gonna grab this rock and leaf must be wonderful.
I love how animated he is. Well, I can't match that. I'm going to do that off camera. That'll be some bonus content on my OnlyFans. That's where my one fan goes to watch my private videos. So that is the seafood platter for $150. We are, of course, going to finish eating this all by ourselves. But there is one question that remains in this video. A question that you guys were wondering from the beginning. Is it possible to spend $100 on street food here in Dubai in one day? Well, you've seen the prices throughout the video. But now I'm going to add them all together and tell you what we spent in total. Let's go outside and find out. In this video, I set out with the goal to spend over $100 on street food here in Dubai. It turns out I spent slightly more than my budget.
Today, plus 6 Emirati food locations, not counting that beautiful gifted lamb, I spent a total of $177. Though it was harder than I expected, I did finally hit my target of spending over $100 on street food here in Dubai.
That is that incredible Emirati hospitality. Otherwise, I feel like Dubai is a huge mix. You can find affordable food, but you can also find very expensive food too.
There's a lot of options out
Ay,
there, especially Dubai. Every cuisine you want, every price you want, up to you.
My favorite part about today was getting to learn more about what really is Emirati cuisine and hanging out with this Emirati guy. A huge thank you to Kiani. Thank you, my guy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Kiani is a local content creator here based in Dubai. The YouTube channel is called Feed Kiani. He's especially featuring food here.
Pag-umay sa kainan. Ang isang citrus ang kailangan.
In this
Mountain
video,
Dew.
you're going to experience food in Manila after midnight. I'm
Natamis sa Pilipinas.
food after dark. Right now, we are here on a layover. We're flying from Papua New Guinea to Vietnam with Manila smack in
Picture
the
sa
middle. We
Manila.
are in the country for only about 7 hours. Right now, it's about 10 p.m. and I am hungry. In this wild city, when the sun goes down, the food stalls come up. Here you can find late-night street foods and even diners that are open for 24 hours. I know what you're thinking. Oh, but Sonny, you could just eat that same food during the day. No, but listen, it's nighttime. 100 IQ. Right now, we are in the coolest jeepney in all of Manila, and we're headed to our first location in the neighborhood of Tondo, a little street food market that springs up at night known as Kupo. Let's move. We have just arrived at the market, and this thing is awesome. This is one long street here with what must be hundreds of vendors selling every different type of food you can imagine. Behind me, our first food stall. Let's go take a look here. It's all about the fried everything. We have some things that look a bit more familiar, like shrimp calamari. This is
Hello,
isa.
guys.
This is the first food I ever
Calamares.
tried in the Philippines when I started this channel. Is chicken intestines. Right here, we have chicharon bulaklak. I mean, I assume that is intestines from a pig. I'm gonna get some of those pork intestines. They look delicious. They look crispy, and hopefully they were washed thoroughly. But they have something here that's also very interesting. It is the 1-day-old. This is a chick. How does it work? I do believe when the chicks are born, the ones that can lay eggs, the males, they're useless. They throw them in a plastic bag, suffocate them, fry them, and then they end up here. Could I order some of these, please? Oh, look at these things. Sweet, innocent, hairless. That looks fantastic.
Kami
It all
napihi ka,
starts
Takay.
with this right here.
Bilit
A
ata.
gas stove. So our oil is hot, we hope, and the birds are going in. We're gonna wait
Bilit
for
ata,
that
loko,
to fry
napihi.
through. Well, that's frying just across the way. My man here says he has gay crabs.
Grab some gay crabs.
You know what gay means, right?
Yes.
What is a gay crab?
Here, sir, you can see if you want.
Okay, yeah, I've been to the Philippines
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
When people say, hey, we have this cool gay thing, come with me to this
Gay?
room back here. I've been burnt. Yeah, why? Can you just tell me, why is that
Because we have some genders. The male crab, sir, is half like that shape under the crab, and the lady crab is half like square, and the gay crab is heart shape.
It's not a rainbow flag?
No,
It's a heart shape. Okay, I'm gonna pass on the gay crab. I support them. I think it's great that they exist.
Yeah.
Ay,
We have our first
bakla.
food of the night right here. It's called
Yung bakla ko, ah.
What is it actually?
Pa-heart
It's the large
na ko,
intestine of
pa-heart.
a pig. It's the curly part, and then they fry the heck out of it. And what's great is when you order it, they fry it again. You can see it has a beautiful kind of curly. Oh god. It has a beautiful flowing shape to it, like a whirling dervish. For this whole thing right here, $1.60. Very affordable. Cheers. I would love to hate this, but in fact, I hate to love it. I like it. It's my point. It's very delicious. It's very crunchy, super greasy and oily, but some bites give you a little bit more of that animal
Suka
kind
kumata,
of flavor
suka
to
na.
it. You're like, ooh, you feel like
Suka.
you're getting a little too intimate with the pig.
Hi, guys.
That's why we have a natural deodorant. This is a favorite condiment of the Philippines. It's
Suka.
called vinegar. This is orange because it's spicy vinegar.
Sabaw
Give it a
na
shot.
rin.
It's a delicious combination. Thank you. That's cool, thank you. Here's why vinegar is so important in this country. You know, if you ever watch cooking shows, they're always like, oh, you need some acid to cut through the richness. What is acid? It would be something like a vinegar. And what is the richness? Every Filipino food. It's the perfect pair. We have our next late night food right here. One-day-old chicks. Take a look at these little ladies. Or boys. I just thought, you know, because they're chicks, it might be girls. This is one of my first bizarre foods I ever ate in the Philippines. Really at the inception of this show. Here's me doing that. Since then, I've tried so many crazy foods from around
May
the world.
surat din,
that only this
Pilipinas.
now, I don't feel any intrepidation or
Wala nang
intimidation. I
namisang
feel
susublit ko
excitement.
rin.
Let's go
Ang
for it.
aron.
Buo!
It's good, and you can feel the organs when you eat it. I feel kidneys, I feel a heart, a liver. What's wild is that every part of this is edible, whether it's the legs or the feet or the beak. Somehow it's all soft enough to chew through. This is the ideal late night food because late night is when we're out here ready to make some mistakes. That might mean going into a back room to see a gay crab. That might mean eating one of these. Let's roll. We have come to our next late night food location. I got my man here, John D. or John D. John Depot. He added more sounds. My guy right here has a mobile food cart. It's a bicycle. How fast can you get this puppy going?
No, very quick.
Very quick. Here he's serving not just any
Saglit
type of
lang.
food. We have two distinct different meats, and I'm very proud and
Translator na.
excited to share both of them
Hindi
with you
kwa,
right
vlogger
here.
ba natin Pilipinas?
We saw the fried version of that a
Aba na
moment
yata.
ago. This is the also fried version, but it's on a stick and not breaded, I believe. Grab some intestines. Don't examine them too closely. Just grab them and hope for the best. And then we have this, a part of the cow, but a part of the cow we're not used to seeing every day. Beef lungs. Those are looking particularly juicy. It feels to me like he's already put a flavoring agent on here. Did you put seasoning? Oh, he's like, look, I ride the bike, I sell the meat, I don't marinate it. You've got your meat on a stick, but you need a little bit of flavor to go on top of it. Right here, this is soy sauce and vinegar with chilies on the inside.
30
What's
pesos
amazing
lang
about
sa?
this is that everyone dips
Mga 30
there,
pesos,
but there are some
centavos
very
na din.
important rules to follow. One is that you get one dip, make it a good dip, and then that is it. Let's give it a shot. Good flavoring. A little sour, a little savory. Very spicy. The intestines cleaned very well. I appreciate that. They're a bit chewy, even a little bit gummy on the inside.
Hindi ka
I'm a
para
big
tayo
fan.
dun sa
What I'm
tatay.
really excited about
Very
is
quick
this
naman.
right here. The beef lungs. I'm going to try it without any extra sauce on it. I want that real cow
Okay.
lung taste.
30 pesos.
It is really spongy and incredibly unique texture. It's a little beefy, nothing off-putting. It's just a wild, interesting,
Valid.
enjoyable texture. I like it, but I want to give it a little bit of a hit of a dip. Our previous sauce was spicy. This one is sweet. Cheers. Sweet, savory, and no heat. This is so addictive. If I was him, I'd be eating all my supplies. So that is our second food location, but it is getting late, guys. It is 11:46 p.m., and we have a lot more to see. Let's move.
Alas 11 rabe.
Next food right here behind me. Filipino slushy from Thailand. Let's see how it works. Hello, you have a soda, and you have a machine, and it's moving. And then now what?
And the vitamin also, sir. Not only salt, please, I have cover also.
Oh, vitamin milk. Ah, no milk, please. So here she has a bunch of ice. Oh, and salt too. This is gonna make it super cold. But how does this actually work? I don't know. I'm finding out with you. Eventually, do I pick a soda?
Yes, po.
Oh, am I Poe? Thank you. I've been told it's gonna take only 5 more minutes for something. Wait, are you doing it now? She threw a hammer at me. Put it back. All right, so from here, she takes one of the cups. She hits it on the bottom, and it ain't working. Okay, let's see it. Okay, she hits it, and
Sorry, it's up.
look, guys, there's a 1/4 inch of ice inside them. Okay, so right here, it's gonna work this time. Watch this. Boom. Yeah, nothing happened. Oh no, this one's a little bit icy. Okay, can you open that? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it's like. It tastes like semi-cold Fanta. So here's what I think is supposed to happen. Maybe we can find a video of somebody doing this properly. It gets to a certain temperature. When you hit it, everything becomes crystallized within the bottle. Can I say something? I have to go. I think your machine is broken. Or maybe it's the operator. I'm not sure. Off to our next food. Oh, we come to our next place. Meat. You order what you want and you give it to this man right here. He throws it on the charcoal, cooks it up, and it's ready to go. Let's talk about this meat selection. Starting with dried squid. Right here we have something called Betamax. This is blood cubes. We've got big fat sausages. We've got big pork intestines. We have pork liver, pork ears, chicken ass, and then right here just some normal meat chunks from the pig. So I'm gonna get a few different things right now. I want to get a couple of these. I think I'll try some ear. If you eat the ear, do you think you can hear better? Huh? I do see this chicken ass right here calling my name. Take a look at it. Here's the thing. Recently, I was in Taiwan, and they had some pretty amazing chicken ass there. I'm gonna get a couple of these, and we'll see who is the champ between Taiwan and here in Manila. Let's go. The masked man. Nobody knows his identity, but he knows he can grill up some meat skewers. Oh, ihaw, it means grill, and my gosh, this actually looks pretty dang appetizing. We have our blood cubes, our pork ear, and then we're working our way up to the axe. But first, those blood cubes. Pig blood, I'm very curious what that procedure looks like. I mean, they've got to remove the blood from the pig somehow. Maybe it, like, donates blood. Can you imagine that? You don't have to imagine it, because we have AI. Oh, now you're looking at it. All right, let's give it a shot. That's delicious. It's so smoky. You can taste the char of the charcoal. He's put on kind of a sweet glaze. It's very sugary. Oh, wow. That one, like, some kind of a hot liquid exploded out of that one. But it doesn't taste like blood. It's almost watery on the inside. On the next one. Honestly, this is like a plate full of nostalgia to me because so many of these are foods I had when I first came to the Philippines. I mean, here's a shot of me trying pig ear for the first time about 8 years ago. And the ear now. Unbelievably satisfying. It is gooey, gelatinous, crunchy. It's a little bit of everything in one, depending on which part of the ear you're eating. There's fatter bits, and then there's even bits of cartilage in there, too. It's the perfect beer food. The only problem is, I don't have a beer.
Yung vlogger sa Pilipinas.
Can be demonetized.
Vlogger na
Cultural
lagi.
experience. Moving on
Puput
to the
content men na
ass.
naman.
Big, bulbous, round, confusing. The ass is
Is it
an
that?
important part of the... Oh, I do. Depending on which part of the ear you're eating. There's fatter bits, and then there's even bits of cartilage in there, too. It's the perfect beer food. The only problem is, I don't have a beer. Oh, I do. San Mig. Can be demonetized. It's a cultural experience. Moving on to the ass. Big, bulbous, round, confusing. The ass is an important part of the chicken because it holds a lot of the ass feathers and it guards the anus. I think I'm kind of freestyling right now, guys. Can you tell? Anyways, let's give it a shot. This one has some soft bones on the inside, but you can punch it all the way through. You can eat or
May
swallow.
masada.
The skin is thick.
Api kimot ata. Kimot nga dala.
I'm not just kissing ass here. I think this is
Rata,
better.
dayan, malala mata. Pahiblad
Very
bit lata.
satisfying. It's very rich. It's flavorful. It's just a great piece of ass in your mouth. So that is ihaw. On to the next food.
12:45.
Daluunan.
All Our next
Rado?
location is at the end of a dark alleyway, a restaurant known as Rados. This is a location I went to a couple of years ago when we did our cheap versus expensive lechon video. This place had a very inexpensive lechon and probably some of the best garlic rice you'll find in all of Manila. But they also have a late night food that they're famous for. Let's go down this alley and check it out. Welcome to Rados Lechon. Right here we have a big
naglayan
slab
na?
of pork belly. Right here we have some pork intestines. This
Nasa,
is just
narigat
pork,
sa
pork,
laman.
and then this right here is something very special. That is pork uterus.
Ay,
How they know what it was
bola
when
na.
they pulled it out. So in a moment, I'm going to be trying out some of their pig uterus, but I'm also here for their soup.
Totoo kaya
known
kanan?
as tubo. Let's go in the
Totoo
kitchen
kaya
and
kanan?
check it out. So I've ordered the soup. That is the intestine that's just been chopped down to size. Now we're going to put in so many different flavors. She starts off with some fried garlic. Here we have some onions, then some salt and MSG, and then finally we have this incredible large cauldron of soup right here. Wow, it has an incredibly steamy pork meat smell to it. So that is our soup. Then right here, some uterus of the pig. Wow, look at that shape. She cuts it down to size, little bitty portions of uterus. Throw it on a plate, and that is ready to go. Boom! Pig parts in various different assortments. Right here we have the tumbong. Here you see the large intestine of the pig. It's been sliced up beautifully. Ooh. Yeah. Does it smell good? I mean, it sounded the owner looked at me like, don't smell my intestines. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Dala-dala na pinsan mig mo.
A bit squishy. It's not bad, but it feels fatty. I feel like you take a bite
Taol
and
nga
it
taol
bounces back
adyan.
to its original form. The audio right now with the dog barking consistently, I love it. I say something
I
that's pretty
love
gamey.
it.
It's like very oily. It has just a pretty, like intensely gamey essence to it. Unless you got a sweet buzz.
San mig.
Taol nga
I'm trying
taol.
to figure out what is it
Chop.
about the soup that draws so many Filipinos to it. Probably the broth. The broth is made from a hearty, rich bone broth. Oh, are you laughing? The broth is made of broth.
Bo.
Right now it is
Ulan.
6
Uy,
a.m.
what?
in the evening. I'm not able to string sentences together. I gotta go one at a time at this point. The broth is made by boiling for hours rich pork bones. Let's give that broth a shot. No, that's delightful. Rich,
Broth
green
made
onion,
of broth.
a little smoky somehow, fatty, and a little tamped down taste of that gaming
Ito, ubod
intestine,
ka.
but at an acceptable level. Overall, I find it very satisfying. Right here we have the pig's uterus. I was doing some quick research. The pig uterus is taken mainly from the female pigs. What kind of lighting are you doing? Look at this guy, suffering. And this guy over here is dropping the light every 2 seconds.
Dot
You guys
tagasilaw
how we have
na.
light stands? No,
Tapos may
we
isang
always
taga-video.
hire people to hold the lights. It's more organic. It looks like the uterus smoked cigars. It is brutal shade of brown. And then on the inside, it
Sakit
looks
nga
like a
tayo mga
pate.
dyan.
No
Ay,
sauce, no flavor
makapakitan.
enhancers. Let's go for it.
Ba't ka nasabi dito?
That's good. It tastes like Chinese
Habibi,
french
dapat.
fries. It has some of the chewiness of an intestine, but none of the gaminess. It's a great flavor. Meanwhile, on the side here, they have a flavoring agent. Some shaved papaya, and then a sweet, sugary sauce. Let's give it a little bit of a dip. I can't believe it. This is the pleasant surprise of the night. You never know what you're going to find. You see things and you think they're going to be awesome, like that slushy. It turns out to be a complete disaster. And then you see things that look like a complete disaster, and they turn out pretty good. Ooh, papaya, sweet, sugary sauce, uterus, all the ingredients needed to make life at one time. That is awesome. So that is more random pork parts after midnight here in Manila, but we have a lot more to see as we head to our next destination. Let's get back in the jeepney and go find some more.
Lasada ka eh.
Ay, suna dyan eh.
Boom, we have come to a completely different location within the city. This place is
Let's go
awesome
inside.
because of the hours.
Let's
It's
go inside.
8 a.m. right now, but this place, they are open from 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. This is for the true meat-loving degenerates like me. How does it work? We're going to go inside, talk to the owner, and find out. Let's move. This is the owner right here. How you doing? What's your name? It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me here. So what is the concept of this restaurant?
It's like a bar and grill, so usually most of people here are drinking at night.
So I'm looking here, and you have all different types of skewers from different animals, creatures. There's some balls, but you can also get sisig if you want to. What is sisig?
It's parts with big face, big ears, big brain, and chicken.
Basically everything from the cabeza cut up and put into a hot pan. Let's do it. I'm in the kitchen with Alfredo over here. We're making sisig. It starts with meat that's already portioned in a bag. Alfredo, let's do this. Everything starts with a wok right here. It's full of butter. He takes the meat out of the bag. He chops it a little bit with a cleaver. There's a lot of meat. That is ready for the wok. Oh, that's sizzling. He puts in onions and green peppers. We have a whole flavor station right here. Full black pepper, MSG, powder, sesame, and soy sauce. This recipe is a tornado in action. Nobody knows what's happening. Somehow mayo is involved in the recipe. It smells amazing in here. This pig head is popping up. This wok is literally sputtering pieces of pork face everywhere. Boom. He takes all of that face meat from the pig and boom, there it goes on top of this hot plate. It doesn't get much hotter than that. All he puts an egg on top and just like that, he's finished. This thing looks like art and I cannot wait to eat it. Boom! Nice meal
talaga
right here.
Pulutan.
This place was a
Ano
whirlwind.
pulutan?
From the time we got here to the time I met the owner to the time the chef was just doing tornadoes in the kitchen, it was about 35 seconds. I feel like I very quickly became acquainted with this unusual and daring location. Right here, this is an iconic dish of the Philippines. In the middle, a raw egg. It's okay to mix that up a little bit. We want to break the yolk
Doon
and mix it
dinardarda.
about
Pagkawa na
the
din mo.
meat. It has cooled down
Di vlogger
slightly.
mo isa.
Ideally, you eat it right away rather than taking a
Samig
bunch
din
of
naman yun.
videos of your food. I don't recommend that at all. Let's give it a little bit of a hit of citrus, and then let's accidentally put 15 seeds in the food. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Oh my god, so good. The citrus helps. Again, we need acid. It's doing a lot of work to cut through that fattiness of the pork. And listen, who says Filipinos don't eat vegetables? There's at least 5 pieces of onion in here somewhere. Do Filipinos eat vegetables? Which ones?
We have...
Eh, sa solo tayo.
Okay, so I just asked a local in Filipinos to eat vegetables, and he's still thinking about it. It's hard to explain the flavor. It's just a heavy, greasy, yummy dish full of different textures because you've got some brain, you've got some eyebrows, you've got some cheek, you have some chin, everything on the face, the snout is in there too. Maybe even a little bit of snot. Wait, is that what that is? Time check. It is 2:30 a.m. Mind you, we flew in from Papua New Guinea. We're used to the time zone there, so it's actually 4:30 a.m. But I would say the crew's doing pretty good. How you doing?
Tagasida ko.
How's you doing?
Maturo game.
Genius. Sleeping on the job. I love it. So that is easy. We have one more location tonight before we absolutely call it a day. Or, I mean a night. Let's move. From here, we're headed to our final location. We have found the pinnacle of late night eating, a restaurant that is open 24 hours a day. We're headed there now. Check it out. And here we are, our last location of the night at nearly 3 a.m. The late night madness is real. This place, I love it for so many reasons. First of all, look behind me. These folks back here, they're probably recovering from a long night of drinking. My favorite part about this place is they have high tables and no chairs. You're supposed to stand and eat and get the heck out so the next flock of drunkies can come in after you. Here they're serving a food called Paris. It's a beef soup. Let's go check it out. We have a kitchen behind me right here. You can see how all of the magic works. Right here, a giant cauldron filled half with beef broth and half with actual beef. They have some beef essentials right here. Many different cuts of actual beef. And then here, a cross-section of the beef bone. And you can see the beef marrow on the inside. All that needs to be added to this is that hot, delicious beef broth. Hello, my man. What is your name?
My name is Siap.
GR, can you show me how the beef is made? Let's get to it. All right, so right here there's a step. I thought this guy was super tall. Turns out cheating. And I thought there's going to be more room up here. Hold on, let me get on the platform with you. Hey, this is uncomfortably close. So right here we have the green onions. He puts that on top of the bowl. From here he's got that delicious beef broth with an extremely long handle. That goes over the top of everything, warming up that delicious beef. That was a lot more straightforward than I expected. He puts the soup in the bowl and then it's done. Thanks, bro.
200, 200 plus?
After this, we are rushing to the airport and flying back to
200.
Vietnam. But this right here is a good one and one
$4
not
eh,
to be
masarap.
missed. It's called Pares. The first thing I want to
200
do
plus.
is try that broth out. It is dark, it's brown, it looks delicious. Savory, beefy, and it tastes like soy sauce too. I feel like they put some soy sauce in there for flavor. I'm picking through some of this beef, and there's an unexpected amount of bones. I don't know how drunk people eating this have the patience to eat around the bones. Let's give it a shot.
Si Magnet na sunod ta.
The meat has been beautifully braised.
Sabi ka talaga
Very
binata.
soft and full of flavor. When
Kapag
you
man
eat
sa balay
something
nga
like this,
bansa.
you can't just eat soup and protein. You need big gobs of
Magbiyahe kami
rice.
natin yung
Here's the
bansa.
move, though. This rice has no flavor.
Baka
What we're gonna do
naramanan
is
namin yung
slop
mga
some of
tibong
this
mundo
broth
niya.
on there. Okay, let's get 'em. What's up? Shot. Broth
Siyempre,
made.
Pilipinas,
Oh, there's
sila
right
na.
here, please. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you. This is been completely saturated. It's like a whole new meal component. Is this really what you do? Not really. I was just told by an expert on this side. He's right there. His name is Joey.
That's wrong, but it's okay.
I don't know why she do that. It's not the right thing to do. Why? It's okay. We got a lot of broth and we got a lot of rice, and it's getting saturated. And honestly, to me, Jesus Christ, our lighting guys absolutely wasted. To me, it looks pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Fish so satisfying. This is the type of food you eat after a long night of drinking. It's going to heal you from the inside, and the next day you're going to wake up feeling like $1 million pesos. What's that, like $20? That's still pretty good. That is a beef, that is a broth, but we are missing one component here, and that is these big, badass beef bones. Right here, no, that's not where we want to go. Right here, look at that tender marrow. I'm going to use this plastic spoon to scrape the inside.
Mga pa-high blood. May isa pa
We've got our rice, we've got that big, full boned marrow. Let's give it a shot.
Matnag.
Oh, rich on rich on rich. It's lucky if they just give you a small portion of bone. You don't want too much bone in your mouth. Marrow, bone marrow. It is amazing the traffic they have coming in and out. A second ago, right there, it was empty, and now it's full of people looking at me, wondering what we're doing. Hi, are you drunk? They're shaking their head, yes. So that is our final location, but we tried so many different foods today. Right now, I'm going to jump in the jeepney on the way to the airport and tell you which one was my absolute favorite. So that has been dining after dark here in Manila. I never knew if this was a city that really thrived in the late night hours, but after tonight, I am sold on the fact that
Nag-enlight na tayo, guys.
any time of day, whether it's early morning or late night,
Babay na, guys.
absolutely delicious to eat. My favorite of
See
the
you
day
to
has
next
to be
live.
the sisig. The emotionless stoic chef,
Bye-bye.
the rich, delicious porky meat, the fact that it was almost exploding off that hot skillet, everything about it was
Nagtika ko
absolutely
kung
delicious.
kitang
It paired perfectly
Sige,
with
bakar.
the beer and it paired perfectly with my taste buds.
Oh.
So that is it for this one. A quick layover here in
Okay na,
Manila. If
guys.
you want to see more layover videos, let us know downstairs in the comments. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys
Ano nga di ba ako ni Kuya?